Hi there, Citizen Smart here, the morning after the night before, just digesting the great debate on STV, and bluntly, like probably a lot of us, I was a bit disappointed. Not over depressed, but I just thought, I've seen Eck before, I've seen him better. I never for a minute actually thought Darling would be a pushover. I think Darling wasn't that good. I just thought Eck seemed strangely off the pace, and I think there's a reason for that, and I'm trying to kind of work it out myself. I mean, obviously he suffers from nerves and the stakes were high for him and everybody, but I think one of the problems is we've not actually seen that much of Alec in terms of the actual cut and thrust of the debate. I mean, he's not really been out on the stump, he's not been doing much TV at all apart from the odd soundbite on television about the referendum campaign. Nicola's been carrying it, obviously there's lots of other people been out there. And Darling, although he's not the hardest worker in the world, or indeed the greatest debater, he's been doing a fair bit as well, and I just think he's probably just what I would say more match fit than Eck. That's why I'd be pretty confident the next time round Alec will come back, because he will have been out on the road for, you know, 3-4 weeks by then, and I think we'll just be a wee bit sharper. It was almost like a pre-season friendly for Eck, but already into the Champions League pre-qualifiers for Darling, so that's my kind of take on it. But as I say, I'm not down on it. I think there are issues on the currency union which need to be sorted out. These are political problems, they ain't going to go away. Namely, you know, I do think this question of what is the plan B is a kind of legitimate one, because there is some doubt over the plan B, and it may be due to wrecking tactics by the no camp, it may be collusion by the unionist parties, but when you've got all three parties of the British state categorically ruling out a currency union, I think simply to assert that we're going to press ahead about it and not discuss or share with you our insight into what we might do if that's not deliverable, I don't think it's a sustainable position. I don't have an instant solution because I know there's tactics involved and you don't want to concede too much ground to your opponents, but I think that ground's essentially been conceded, and there needs to be something of a rethink, certainly in how it's tactically presented. That's my kind of take on it. But one thing that I've never actually heard fully kind of articulated by anybody is, you know, we can bite back, you know, the unionists kind of their debating tactics, but or their posturing, but you know, people forget the chronology of this. We vote yes in September, we're not independent in September, we remain part of the British state until at least the spring and probably later of 2016, and in between that there is definitely going to be a UK general election. Now, okay, at the moment the SNP is only sitting with what is it, 7 seats they've got at Westminster, not a great bargaining chip, but believe me, if and when we vote for independence, come the general election in the spring, in May 2015, less than a year from now, it is entirely plausible that fighting not so much in an SNP ticket but in a Yes Scotland or a Scotland Has Said Yes ticket, we could win every single seat in Scotland. I mean, literally every single seat, on the grounds that Scotland needs these MPs to go and back up the negotiating team to get us over the hurdle and the sticking points, not just in currency but you know, dozens of other things. I mean, a bit like the Irish elections immediately after the First World War, when you know, Sinn Féin, which was a smallish party with very little representation, literally blew all the establishment, or didn't literally, but I mean just blew all the establishment parties away. So I mean, I think that is the game changer needs explained to people, that, you know, we're not some passive patsy that just takes everything that the, you know, the no camp or the no parties throw at us, that we can bite back. Because think about the negotiating power, you know, 56 Yes Scotland or Scotland Has Said Yes MPs, what power they will influence in terms we will be able to make or break, almost certainly, the next government of the United Kingdom. And then we'll see how principled Ed is, how principled Nick is, how principled Dave Cameron is when it comes to this supposedly unchallengeable position on the currency union, or indeed in all these other things, because frankly the one thing that these people all want is power in the remaining United Kingdom. And if the way we can get power is by striking a deal with a big determined parliamentary bloc, freshly elected, with the mandate of the referendum, plus the mandate of the subsequent British UK general election, and we remain part of the United Kingdom, believe me, that's a big power. That is a big, big power. And frankly, I've never heard that articulated, I've never heard that examined, you know. In a sense, we would behave sensibly, you know, we would have been people just about to leave the UK. We wouldn't possibly do something as decisive is effectively threatened to make or break the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, political careers, power, the whole shooting match. And by God we would, and by God we'd be right to, because we would be playing by the rules. Their rules would be using their power at the Palace of Westminster to determine who the Queen calls up to form the next government, because you have to command the majority of MPs in the Houses of Parliament. And for the time being, until the day the deal is signed, on not just our terms, but on the terms of the RUK, until that deal is signed, then all bets are off. We remain part of the United Kingdom. So that's what I would say. The only other thing I want to say is I'm not down in the slightest about last night, because I'm absolutely buzzing, because I'm out and about, I'm singing, I'm everywhere. I went to watch the Margot Mobile launch in the morning. What a fantastic event. The number of just brilliant random people we meet in the road, and I'm not talking about political activists. I could name check dozens of talented people that are just our best asset, that, you know, people that, it's not that I know, I mean, just the sheer number of people I know, and I equally know that I'm not scratching the surface. For every person that's brilliant that I've met, there's another 12 that I've not met. And these people are the ace card, these are the unique thing out there. I mean, one thing I want to give a plug to is this. This is the Spirit of Independence. It's a 1950s green goddess repainted by a guy called Chris Law and his team up in Dundee. I've seen this mobile. It's launching in Dundee this Sunday, and with respect to all the other buses on both sides, all the other initiatives that are either being launched or are in the pipeline, believe me, this is the single best thing I've seen, and it's completely under the radar. There's a bit of publicity out there, but believe me, this green goddess called the Spirit of Independence, it's now the Blue Goddess, it's now Scotland's goddess, it's going out on the road from Dundee, and it's going all over the place. Believe me, this is the best single campaign bus, and bus does it disservice, I've ever seen. It ain't going to win us the referendum, but it's just symbolic of the imagination and the determination of our team, Team Scotland, Team Yes, to go out and win this. So that's what I'm saying. And, you know, a minor wee blow last night, a slight disappointment, probably because our expectations were unrealistically high, also because I think Alec, for whatever reason, and he'll know, was just a bit off the pace. And as I say, there's this issue in the currency union, which I do think needs to be addressed in one way or another. But I mean, it's no question of getting angry and playing dirty and lowering ourselves to the no camps level. But, you know, we ain't patsies. You know, we think, we act. We've got our own power. We've got our own cards to play. And we've some time left to play them. So that's me. I'm off. That's my vlog. It's quicker than writing, and I'll maybe start doing these more regularly on the grounds that you make mistakes but there's no typos in them. So thanks. And if you're wondering what the music is, it's for CD, which is for sale now, and helps fuel me to free up my time to get here, there and everywhere, to sing, to observe and report back. So that's me away. And this is a wee song about the BBC I'll leave you with. that you might have heard, but there's lots more. So, bye just now. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum.